Good morning, Shanghai. My name is Vincubus, and this is TheAltPath. If you're new here, welcome, and if you're not new, welcome back. And it's time for a review of what I believe is the 12th main series 5 Nights at Freddy's game, this brand spanking new Steelwool published title, Secret of the Mimic. Their 4th, I might add. I went into this one cautiously optimistic. As a longtime FNAF fan, it was about time that we had a proper, big-size flat mode game. The much maligned security breach drew a lot of criticism, in large part because it didn't work. And so I figured when Steelwool finally got the chance to make a game that did work, it would actually be pretty good, considering the things about security breach that I still hold are pretty fun. However, fucking goddamn it. However, now that we've actually got one of those, I gotta be honest, I wasn't thrilled with it. Overall, I'd probably rate this a solid 4, and here's why I think that. I like how the main series Steelwool games have kind of been following the same trajectory as the original FNAF trilogy. FNAF 1 totally reinvented horror, and FNAF VR totally reinvented FNAF. FNAF 2 was a bigger and glitzier game with a whole lot more overhead and panic, and Security Breach 2 followed suit and was bigger and grander. And discounting FNAF VR 2 since nobody played it, FNAF 3 being mano a mano with the big bad feels in line with Secret of the Mimic being mano a mano against the big bad. And credit where credit is due. I actually adored the first 2 hours of this game. Everything FNAF has been largely rinsed in favor of a totally new aesthetic. You walk in not knowing anything, and there's suits fucking everywhere, practically crawling off of the walls at you, and there's a sinking pit in your stomach of, at some point, one of these is going to come alive. You don't know when or how, you've never seen the Mimic. I thought that was really fun. And there's also the added intrigue of things like those pin doors. How do you open those? And Moon.exe. What's up with that? All of those things put together were exactly what I wanted this game to be. New stuff, new sensations, new pacing, and a newfound sense of maturity that I feel like FNAF really needed this many years on. And then the Mimic wakes up, and it's never that fun again. They couldn't help themselves to the member berries, the stupid recurring minigames, the sticky and annoying chase sequences, the tedious puzzles, the overt sound cues, the incredibly structured sequences that feel like PowerPoints, the paragraphs and paragraphs of lore that other FNAF games would have had the decency to show and not tell you, and so much fucking dialogue. And what's worse, those things that I was super excited about, Moon.exe and the pin doors, are either super obtuse, or post-game, or both. And full disclosure, I still haven't gone back and done those things because release weekend came and went and I have not felt compelled to play more of it because it's not fun. I can't believe I'm saying this, but at least Security Breach, through all of the horrible optimization, actually had some really engaging sequences. I can't describe to you how primal my groans of pain were when I had to do another shooty gun segment. For those of you keeping track, there have been 2 pirate-themed shooting galleries on wheels, 2 more shooting galleries, another pirate-themed shooting gallery, some additional shooting galleries, and more rails! And again, I say this as a Five Nights fan. Sure, people gave the brightly lit, candy-colored feel of Security Breach a lot of shit, but compared to it, this game feels kinda joyless. Decommissioning robots has never been less satisfying. The dialogue has never felt this stilted. The portal worship has never been stronger. And the story has never been this insidious. And despite the setup containing literally none of the same characters, it still goes back to that purple fuck. Let him die! Did we not learn our lesson? I'm fucking dude. I think I speak for everyone, FNAF fans and detractors alike, when I say this series has needed an overhaul for a long time. FNAF has tried to reinvent itself 4 separate times, and that's just in the game's timeline. What do I mean by reinvention? Follow me through the Steelwool era of FNAF. FNAF 6 torches Freddys and now Willie A is stuck in hell forever. No, actually he survived on a circuit board and now he is infecting people. No, actually it's just one person and she has him in his head now. No, actually it's this other girl whose coworker is a fucking weirdo. No, actually this girl is now the big bad. No, actually that virus is now everywhere. No, purple guy is actually in the basement. No, he's actually not in the basement. No, what's actually in the basement is this new guy called the Mimic, and he's the real big bad. He doesn't know he's bad. No, actually it does know it's bad. No, the real big bad is that girl again, but now she's not bad. No, there's actually 2 Mimics. No, purple guy is actually maybe a made-up character who's actually the guy who made the Mimics. No, Fazbear didn't invent anything. Which manages to reopen the wound of FNAF 6's finality being annulled by essentially saying that none of that shit has any bearing on anything!
Spring lock assembly may be required.
No! No!
I feel actually cheated.
And if that's how you're gonna choose to reinvent the series, then fine. But look at how many jumps there are. I haven't even mentioned the books or the movie. I think that hopping from truth to truth to truth is just what FNAF is in perpetuity forever, and I'm fucking sick of it. Narratives follow structures. Chekhov's guns have to go off. Subverting them for the sake of it is annoying, not creative. Now look, I know that a critique without a solution mind is just noise. And in the interest of fairness, I will point out my own hypocrisy. Objectively taking FNAF into a Titanfall or Portal 2 style direction is the right play. The game's primary demographic is people who watch Markiplier get scared by it and then reimburse the creators by buying merch. And so it makes sense for them to make the most narratively driven and cinematic game possible. So it unfolds like a movie. It's a smart direction, it's well-reasoned, certainly a lot more well-reasoned than Security Breach ever was, but I just can't meet it halfway. I just don't care. It would be a lie for me to say I did not enjoy the game at all past those initial couple of honeymoon hours. There is fun to be had in droves. I really enjoyed exploring the facility. I thought things like seeing Chica was really cool, because the implications of that get your mind racing. Same thing with Big Top. They're fun and creative ways to nostalgia bait because they evolve the concept. I just wish there was so much more of that than we got, especially considering the setup for this game would have been a perfect way to do it. But if the horror isn't there, then all the robots seek to do to that childlike wonder of exploring the building is slow you down by forcing you to gather items, hide in boxes. Wait, just let me have fun. Wow, I am out of breath. It's not that bad.